Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle and this is Murder Mystery Monday. In these videos, I like to recommend one book from my collection that is most often a backlist book and always a mystery that I have enjoyed. I really love doing these videos, and I love reading your comments and hearing that you really enjoy them as well. Now, I have something special for you because this is also Jane Austen July, and I love Jane Austen July and I always go all in. So I thought that it would be fun during the month of July if I focused on Regency-era historical mysteries as a nod to Jane Austen July. So that's what I am going to be doing. So look forward to Jane Austen era historical mysteries for the entire month of July. And so for today, I'm going to start with The Thief Taker by T.F. Banks, Memoirs of a Bow Street Runner. This is one of two books. It's a duology, and I really enjoy this book. I've read it, I think I've read it twice, maybe 3 times. June 1815. When Henry Morton is called to the scene at Portman House in Claridge Square, the Bow Street constable finds a man dead in a hackney coach, ostensibly of asphyxiation. He was Halbert Glendinning, a gentleman of unsullied character. Then why was he seen frequenting one of London's most notorious dens of iniquity? And why has the driver of the coach vanished into the night? While Sir Nathaniel Connaught, the chief magistrate at number 4 Bow Street, accepts the official verdict of accidental death, Morton is certain that Glendinning was the victim of foul play. With the help of actress Arabella Malibrandt, one of London's most celebrated beauties, he embarks on his own discreet inquiry. And as the upper circles of London society close ranks against him, Morton races to unmask a killer whose motives are as complex and unfathomable as the passions that rule the human heart. So this is one thing that I enjoy about this book in particular, but also just mysteries that are set in this era that feature Bow Street runners, is their job was really difficult because they were not accepted by the upper classes. And so if they had to investigate, you know, they would go and knock on a door and they were told to go to the tradesman's entrance at the back. The upper classes, if they didn't want to talk to them, they didn't talk to them, and there was no recourse for the Bow Street runner. So it made, you know, investigating really, really tricky. Yeah, so I love the time period of this book, and the mystery was just really interesting. I will read to you from the beginning. This came out in 2001, so it is definitely backlist. So it starts before even chapter 1, so it's kind of like a prologue. It's kind of like a diary entry by Henry Morton, the Memoirs of a Bow Street Runner. The death of Halbert Glendinning will, in my mind, always be coupled with the great battle fought at Waterloo and the extraordinary celebration within the city of London that June of 1815. At about the same time also, an odd little event occurred that I mention, not by way of name dropping, but only because it too is forever linked in memory to the Glendinning affair. I had the good fortune to meet the famous Lord Byron, and under circumstances that you will hardly credit, for we did not meet at a salon. Bow Street runners were not welcome at such gatherings. No, we met at a club I frequented, Gentleman John Jackson's Boxing Club. Byron was a devotee of the manly arts, and we actually stood toe to toe and traded some pretty fair blows for a time. That was before the great scandal broke that drove the poet from England forever. But I am getting away from my story. I recall this meeting because it was after our contest at Jackson's that a boy came to fetch me about this fellow Glendinning. It seems he'd arrived at a nearby house in a hackney coach. All I knew about him was that he hadn't paid his fare and that he was dead. But it turned out he was a poet too, of sorts. All right, so the interesting thing is, from that diary entry, you might get the impression that this is a story told in the first person, but it's actually not. It's told in the third person. But yes, today I want to recommend The Thief Taker by T.F. Banks. Let me know in the comments section down below if you've read this book, if you've ever heard of the author T.F. Banks, because I've never heard him talked about. And so yeah, I would love to chat about that in the comment section down below. And also let me know, is the Regency era a time period that you enjoy for mysteries? Because I love it. It is one of my favorites. So yeah, let's chat in the comment section down below, and I will see you for another video soon. Bye.